Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the Merseyside Derby this weekend. We have to think about a game of football that isn't Liverpool in the Champions League. Weird. We've just recorded the Final Word Show, the Man of the Match podcast. Chris has done a podcast with Jay McKenna, which we'll get to have a little bit in a moment. Bears his lips on his coffee. Life is, genuinely speaking, really good. But there is it can only be described, Chris, as a bit of a distraction of a derby. It's weird. We've done some stuff with Baz and Per from Toffee TV this week. There's a weird vibe around this game. I just don't think anyone's asked. I'm not sure that will continue. I think once we get to kick-off time, it'll get back to being what it is.
Yeah, right now it's like a verruca when you're a kid. Do you know what I mean? It's there. It doesn't really affect you in any way, but you know it's contagious, and it could do at some point. Which is kind of like what the derby is now. I just want to lop it off and get rid of it. Hopefully Liverpool will do that.
You should do a Twitter poll there. You know, you should stop the video just before that analogy and offer like a year subscription to anyone who can guess what he's about to say. Comparing the Merseyside Derby to a fucking verruca. If anyone guesses that.
Lifetime subscription to redmentv.com for anyone who predicted that Chris was going to basically describe the derby as a verruca. Amazing. Couldn't have said any. As a man who likes an analogy, Chris, I couldn't have put it any better myself. Adam Rowe, welcome. Look, Chris is dead right. It's very difficult. At this point, to be fair, I'm still coming down from Man City. It's hard to get myself in the mentality for this game, but you know, it's the weirdest derby I think there's been in years. They're not up for it. They can't be asked. They just want their season to be over. We just want to fast forward to Tuesday night at the Etihad. But there's no way getting around it. 3 points for Liverpool would be a massive stride towards us completing the major season objective of securing top four.
It would be, yeah. And I was, if I remember rightly, I did the build up to the derby earlier this season. I remember saying, and I've said this for years, I love Derby Day. It's like my favourite day of the year, and I would happily completely get rid of Christmas Day for myself if it meant we had a third derby. I've said that before. Having said that, I couldn't give less of a shit about Saturday. Yeah, I don't care. And like, if Klopp manages to get hold of this video, play the kids. None of us care. Keep everyone sound for Tuesday. I'm not bothered. I don't think. I think if we lost heavily on Saturday, obviously they'll have their day and they'll enjoy it. But if we go through on Tuesday as a result of,
I agree with both sides.
I asked Barry the other day actually whether it would mean anything, a derby win, and he was a bit like, obviously it would mean something, but beating you in the middle of this isn't. It takes the shine off it for them even.
Yeah, Ped are the kind of opposite to me almost. Is that?
Of course he did.
No, but here's the thing.
Ped and Baz disagree with each other.
No, but this is the thing, is that I think, look, the general tone is right. It's like they're not geared up for it, Ross. They're not buzzing for it because they're not confident about this game in any way, shape or form. This is the issue I have, is I'm prepared to give Jürgen a free pass. Go, here you go, Jürgen. This can only be redeemed once. It has to be redeemed this weekend. It cannot be transferred. It has a monetary value of 0.00001 pence.
Can't be used in drive-through restaurants.
Absolutely. But the point is, you can do whatever you want in this game. It's a free hit, mate, because you're right. I just want us to get through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. That being said, if Everton were to win this game, Evertonians would be just as unbearable as if we went full strength, and as if it was in any other part of the season, and if the game actually mattered in any way, shape or form. So that's something that has to be, or this all has to be caveated with. We do have to exist around Evertonians in the city. You can't escape them. They will be absolutely fucking unbearable if they win this game. So as much as I do want Liverpool to make sure they're right for Tuesday, I also do not want us to lose this game of football. It is what it is.
I think I must be the odd one out. I'm kind of glad it's the derby, for the reason that you're all saying. Like, I'm still on the come down from the Man City game, but 3 points is still massively important for us. And if we get 3 points,
you wouldn't want it to be Bournemouth this weekend.
Yeah, I want it to be Bournemouth because like that'd be like a bleh, like can't be arse game. But because it's the derby, they will get second forward, they will win it. And if we get 3 more points, it's 3 more points you don't have to worry about. After the City game, if we get through, you're into a semi-final. Those games towards the end become a nothing. Yeah. So if you can get it done and dusted now, later on in the season when you don't have to play for anything, or you're battling between second and third, fine, but make that gap between fourth and fifth even bigger.
It's actually a really good point, that.
Yeah. No,
Klopp said it in his press conference as well, kind of echoing what you're talking about, is that, you know, it is a massive game. I think Klopp will go fairly strong for this. I think 4, maybe 5 changes of all players that we've seen this season, because he respects the fixture, he respects the competition, and it's the Premier League at the end of the day, and he doesn't think that Liverpool have secured top 4, and whether he's saying that publicly or not, he can't say that to the players, whether he believes it or not. He has to keep up a facade of, you need to keep working hard to achieve top 4 this season, otherwise it could unravel.
Yeah, Ross kind of alluded to the work we did on the run-in special the other week, is that we were breaking down Liverpool's remaining fixtures, and obviously we didn't quite, the upbeat of us didn't even think we'd be in this kind of good a position after the first leg of City, but dead right, if we get 3 points at the weekend, and we get through against Man City by hook or by crook, if you can then pick up 3 points against Bournemouth, that's top 4. That top 4 should be boxed, and that means that you can do whatever the fuck you want with the games around the Champions League semi-final, and you can give yourself the best possible chance. So it is, and they will be perfectly focused on this and saying, this is it. These are the three biggest games remaining of the season, and then if you get this right, you earn the right to unlock more meaningful games between now and the end of the season.
It's not only that though. If City beat Man United and we win, we go second. I think Man United might have game on us. Put pressure on them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Let's go.
Obviously, I'm not saying I don't want to win the game. I'm saying of the two that are coming up, there's one that I want to win more than the other one. Do you know what I mean? And like, I think I read the other day, we need 12 points to guarantee top 4. So if Chelsea win every game, 12 points and we're boxed, I think we'll get that. Yeah. And I don't see Chelsea winning every game. I think they're shite. So, like, they're not great at the minute, and they're deflated. Conte clearly doesn't want to be there.
And they've got an FA Cup semi-final to focus on as well.
I don't think we're going to have much trouble top 4, and that's why I'm not as bothered. But you did make a good point at it. Maybe the players will be more up for it, because if it was Bournemouth or Stoke or West Brom, they'd be like, we can clock off on Saturday and we'll put our... We
just want to make ourselves, though, this is the thing, is that we've got to start thinking about this mentality of the game. Look, the Champions League, it's not done yet. It's a massive game looming in the week. But if you get through that, you want that the Chelsea game and the Brighton game to be a procession. You want them to be an absolute party. You want them to be a warm-up exercise for what's to come, hopefully, which would be, obviously we've then got to get through a semi-final before that as well. But you know what I mean. So look, lots of work to be done, and like I say, Chris, look, there is no escaping it. It's a Merseyside derby. By the time kick-off comes around, I will be baying for blood. I will want this to be a win.
I don't think I've ever asked this question. What time's kick-off on Saturday? Is it the 12:30?
Yeah, it's the early one.
That's how much of the fuck I could give. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course he mentioned it last night even, didn't he? Yeah. It's bad that that wasn't there. You know what I mean? Normally the time and the date is sort of ingrained in you for a derby, isn't it? But listen, as soon as the whistle goes, every Liverpool fan's going to be up for it. Of course they are. It is ultimately the Merseyside derby. Like.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're going to get onto preferred 11s in a moment. Before then, my good friend, my mate, my pal, my bestie. I've just called it a bestie. I can't believe I said that out loud. Spoke to Jay McKenna of Spirit of Shankly about Man City, but also about the recent trip up to Celtic Park and a little bit about the future of safe standing rail seating potentially at Anfield.
Coach, welcome, Jay. I've got 2 young kids, and I was there, and I can't help it. You think about the situations that you're in, and I thought to myself, would I bring my kid here? And maybe I wouldn't last night at the coach welcoming. Maybe I wouldn't be in the spot that I chose, certainly.
Yeah, and that was part of the thing. That was part of the thing. We wanted people to say, this is either something I like, something I don't, and understand it. And that's what we wanted to get from it on Saturday. We wanted people to look at it and say, yeah, I'm comfortable. No, I'm not. I've got these questions. Could you answer them? Does it present any other questions? Does it present any other concerns? And I think, from that meeting with the police, we had, that thing, and then we went into the section. There was one guy who was with us, Steve's spoken publicly on this, and we've got some footage we're going to share at the end of the month. But he originally was opposed, and he admitted, entirely for emotional reasons, and he'd listened to the debate we had last year, and he said to himself, no, I need to look at this factually, and he came up on the trip, and he went into the police brief, and then he actually said to me, he collared me as we were walking to the stand. We were going to see the section before the game, and he said, "I'm in favour now." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I was against." He said, "I wasn't really sure." He said, "But," he said, "before I even see this now," he said, "I'm in favour." And that was quite a startling thing. Steve, he'd been at Hillsborough, he'd lived through it, and
he'd had all those years of being opposed to it.
And he'd had all those years being opposed and not being sure, and he went into it, and he said he sees a difference, and I think that's what we wanted to try and do. Not everybody is going to change their mind. It's not for us to try and make them change their mind. It's for us to present the opportunity to say, right, did you want to go and see it? Do you want to understand it more? Do you want to ask you questions? And we were able to do that. Questions on a range of things. You heard some of them, Chris, at the public meeting last year around, well, what about evacuations? And Celtic were telling us, no, it's better in this section because it's slightly wider, there's more space. These seemingly had, taken everything from it. And, my experience of, as I say, pre-game and during the game, nothing presented itself to me where I at any point thought, this isn't safe. Not on stands out where I have to, I got asked this by some media after it. Hand on heart, I cannot say anything made me feel unsafe, and I can absolutely see why Celtic do enjoy it because the atmosphere was something else during the game.
Chris, fantastic stuff. Jay's always a good talker.
Mate, he is absolutely, and what Spirit of Shankly are doing and the way in which they've gone about it and the time it's taken them to go about this process is incredible. We spoke for 30 minutes covering the timeline from when it all started right up until now, how it all happened at Celtic, the access they got with the police, the stewards, everything, and the people he took with him, Hillsborough survivors, family, Spirit of Shankly members, everything was incredible listening to him, and even the next steps and talking about the political ramifications of this type of a movement and stuff. Honestly, I've done a lot of these podcasts now, but when it's something so close to your heart like this that we've all been brought up with, it's great to hear someone speak so openly and honestly and with such great insight into it.
So that's obviously available on the redmentv.com if you're really interested in what the future is with regards to Liverpool and rail seating and what have you. And whether you're for or against it, do go and check out the podcast, get yourself involved. And as I say, loads of amazing content going on there as well. If you still aren't ready to put Man City to bed, then we've got some fantastic stuff. We've got the Final Word show, we've got the Man of the Match podcast as well, and Chris has done a stats and tactics show. So yeah, do get involved. Perfect time to sign up.
You know what I realised that I was missing in my life last night after the City game? This might be a Twitter poll thing. Trent Alexander-Arnold pyjamas. I really wanted a pair for last night. I just wanted to get into my TAAs and just go to sleep.
Fantastic. Great. Right, preferred 11 time. Let's move on. Ross Chanley, what have you gone for?
Something a bit different. Carrie said to keep him in there.
Something a bit different and... Ooh, no, not quite exactly what I've gone for, but different.
Lovren Van Dijk, because we don't have any other fucking centre-backs.
Yeah.
There's a problem. Clyde Moreno, because give him some game time.
Okay, cool.
Give them some game time. Do you know what I mean? Everton don't have an attacking threat, are they? They're going to need it. And it's kind of with one eye on the Man City game, like we kind of said, rest some people. Fluid formation here, just do what you want. Defend when you want, protect them too, because they're not used to playing games. Marnie, like you've done, I'd have him out wide, but we've seen him come into that 10 and do that. These two, I'd want one of them to score a goal, just please. And they don't get it because they play 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And if not, Bobby Firmino comes on, scores a winner, and then pushes Mason Holgate into the fucking crowd.
Interesting. Interested. Wow. Let's not. I like that. I like that, Chelsea. I'm really intrigued by your picks here. I like the fact that you've gone for an incredible cement-like partnership at the back of Ragnar Klavan and
some kid. Like genuinely, like you said, Lovren and Van Dijk are basically the only centre-backs we've got at the minute. So that's why they can't play. I know that sounds stupid, because if they get anything, then we've got to play some kid on Tuesday. Yeah. So they should be wrapped in cotton wool. I wouldn't even have them on the bench, to be honest with you. And I genuinely mean that at this stage.
So you've gone for some kid and a guy who's injured?
Yeah.
Just so that they don't win. Yeah. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
If he's got like a cast on, I would play on Saturday. I I would be... My mind would be blown if Klein doesn't start this game.
Yeah.
Like, this is the game where he gets put back in,
Yeah.
isn't it? I think Moreno's got to play.
I think it was telling him getting that little run out at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I think that's just to get him a little bit back into the swing of things ahead of this, unless he ends up playing him, left wing.
Yeah. I think Hendo's not going to play Tuesday because he's suspended, so he's got to play. I don't think Gini's going to play Tuesday if Emre Can's fit either. Yeah. So he's got to play. We haven't got enough options in midfield. I'd bring Curtis Jones through.
That's a fantastic shout, actually.
Young lad, knows what the game's about.
Yeah.
Doing unbelievably well in the youth.
Yeah.
So I'd give him a run out. If Woodburn's fit, he plays. I don't know whether he's going to be. If he's not, I would opt for Mane. And Ings and Solanke have got to play this game, haven't they?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't even want Salah on the bench. I don't want the option to put him on.
Yeah.
Like, wrap him up.
Yeah.
For Tuesday.
Yeah, completely agree with that, Chris. I think there's a lot of similar vibes going on with Solanke being the most obvious.
Exactly. I think, listen, I'm kind of retreading on other people, so I'll go for a reason for some of the players that I've not. James Milner's played the last 3 games in, what are you talking, 8 days. You can't see him playing 4 games in that long, so he wouldn't start for me. And then, I think Trent needs to be rested for that next game. He's got another massive test coming up in the weekend. He needs to have a little bit of a break, much like Andrew Robertson. He's played every minute of every game almost since he's come into the side for the last couple of months. And Solanke and Ings, you just want to get them a goal, man. That's all it is.
Yeah,
really.
And I think in terms of Ings and Solanke, I think it's telling that the closest... Well, Ings, the last goal he scored for Liverpool was in a Merseyside Derby. It was also the last goal scored of the Brendan Rodgers era as well. But things have moved on significantly since then. And I thought Solanke actually did really well in the derby at Anfield in the league derby. He was unlucky not to get a goal at that time as well. So yeah, I agree. My thinking is kind of like Ross. I wrote it out 4-3-3, and then as we had a little chat, I think that could be a 4-4-2 diamond because.
Well, you got Emre.
Yeah, I've gone Emre because of our options. It's Milner or Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain got some minutes off the pitch, didn't he? But because Emre's not played now because of injury, I think we'll play him just to get him.
Wouldn't be tempted to give him 20 at the end.
Maybe, but
I think he'll come on at the end on Saturday.
I think that's a likely thing to happen. But also we know.
Kind of like the Moreno from just gone.
Yeah, I think the Klopp thing is. I don't think he thinks that way a lot of the times, doesn't he? I think they like to get players who are going to play. That's why, let's be honest, there's a very good chance that Bobby Firmino and Mane will start that. And if Mo Salah's fit, Mo Salah will start this game as well.
He wants 50 this season.
Well, Jesus Christ, but because here's the thing: there's no evidence to suggest that we will make. We rotate a lot, but I don't think we'll do stupid changes. I don't think we'll do it mad. I think one or two will get changed likely from what we've seen from how Klopp handles things. But the 4-4-2 diamond, because we've got a few problems with injuries, and because the main options we've got up front are centre forwards, not wingers. We saw this at the back end of last season. West Ham away was a good example where we started Sturridge and Origi up front, didn't we? We might see something a little bit like that just to get the best out of the options that we've got, rather than shoehorn Ings or Solanke into you're playing on the wing.
I must admit, I'd not considered it until you started talking then, but it's probably more likely thinking about it, if we've got the personnel, that we'll see that 4-2-2-2 again. Because we've played that this season, whereas the diamond, I think I'm right in saying I don't think we've played that this season. I'm just not sure we've got the personnel to do that.
Yeah.
Although Gini Wijnaldum could probably play over on the left if you needed him to.
He played left centre-back at some point this season, so he could probably...
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we could do something absolutely bonkers as well, like, who knows. But yeah, odds are we're just going to put a really, really strong team out, do it, and then stride into City.
What Klopp said last night, apparently, was that he rotated enough in the first half of the season, so he doesn't feel like he's got to anymore. Yeah. So he feels his players fresh.
I just think that it rotate. I think that's true. In that, I think we're fine in terms of the legs of the players we've got. It's just the volume of players that we've got is the issue with so many.
And also, it is going to be an incredibly intense game on the Tuesday. So you don't get that intensity of a game all the time, do you? So
you're going to have to play last night's second half for 90 minutes on Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is that
what we're as likely to see is that Klopp will go, no, fight, battle. This is going to be hard. This is going to be tough. We're all in this together, lads. Don't worry. We're all going to be knackered, but we're going to leave the Etihad with a place in the semi-final. And you know what? We'll figure Bournemouth out when we get there, because we've done that a lot as well. It's like, right, we'll work out who's still fit. Exactly, who's still standing come next weekend. Right, you're in the team, and we'll get through Bournemouth, and then we'll make decisions going forward. But interesting stuff, big decisions to be made by the manager, and for us in terms of how we get ourselves up for this game. How are you feeling about the Merseyside Derby? Let us know in the comments below. Let me know your preferred 11 as well. Drop a like on the video. And as ever, thank you very much, gents, for joining us. Go to redmentv.com, sign up for some amazing pre and post content. I know, Tom, I've forgotten the score prediction. Score prediction, Ross.
6-0.
6-0. Okay, cool.
With that side.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
1-0. Curtis Jones gets the winner and gets sent off about 5 minutes later with a straight red and walks off to a standing ovation.
For nothing, Tom Davies.
From Goodison now as well.
Go on, kid.
2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, I'll take a 3-0 to Liverpool, yeah. 2 for Ings, 1 for Solanke.
That's a dream.
They wrap them up in cotton wool for Tuesday because they started.
I told you weeks ago one of them's going to score the winner in the Champions League final.
Yeah, definitely.
That's their first goal.
You
First
reckon?
and last goal of the season.
All in on it. Okay, so 3 for Solanke.
Yeah, and Ings scores the winner in the Champions League. I'll take that.
Right, thanks for watching. Check out the rest
is real, Blues.
of the build-up stuff. If you're not ready to let City go again, check out the amazing volume of content we have around the Man City result. And other than that, we shall see you at the weekend.